a shoebox. It's a plastic container. Card or cards for the retreat that people can copy and make up. So let me show you. This is one of mine for the weekend, and because this is Thursday, it'll be, I don't think many people will have watched it before Friday. So yeah, we go on Friday. So the one I'm going to do first of all is this one. It's called Happy Birthday, and I don't know if you've seen this paper, but let me just leave that over there for a moment. This is called Utterly Adorable, and it is utterly adorable. It's an online paper, so you've got this lovely one. The other side has fishy on it. Make great scrapbooking too. Look at this one. How beautiful is that? See if I can find another one. There's one of Playful Otters. And let me see what else there is. There's this one. Look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? And there is another one. This one here. Oops. I'll pull it out. I've got a little piece here. This is one side, and it's got Playful Otters on the other side, which is different from this one, by the way, as you can see. So on one side of the paper is that, the other side has a different design. Sometimes it's just a muted color. Now, along with the paper, you can buy this online as a bundle. So there is a stamp set, and you've got 3 otters, and a baby otter. It's got You're Utterly Amazing, Love You Lots, We're Cute Together, which is, I think, goes with this one here. And some fish and so on. And then you've got some dies as well. Let me pull these out so you can have a look at them. So a lot of these, let me just move my stamp set for a moment. A lot of these actually cut out some of the otters. So for example, this one, if I get the right page, let's show which page it is. One of these pages, it cuts out one of the otters. It might be, can't find it right now, but this cuts out one. That one, there you go. Thank you, Rod, because as I say, I'm really tired. There's one. Where did I put it? Underneath. Thank you, Rod. Let me pull these out. So there's that one, it cuts out. And there's this one, which is the guy sitting up like so. So the die cut that one out. And then we've got this one here, and we've also got a log, some greenery. These are rocks, bubbles, I believe, leaves that cuts out the stamp. And this is the baby. Look, this is the baby. Look at it. How cute is that? Cuts out that one too. So you can see that you've got several that cut out, and this one cuts out the one on this page, which is this one. See, cuts that one out. So absolutely beautiful set. Along with that, and I'll just put those dies back on that so I don't lose them. Along with that, there we go. There are 15 dies in that set. There is the most beautiful ribbon, or soft cording as they call it. Have a look at this. It's Lost Lagoon. And it is so soft. And I'm going to use that today. It just is absolutely beautiful. I love this. So I'm going to use this. Now, one of the challenges we have at this retreat is that we make 2 cards, one a general card and the other one a Christmas card. And I thought, I'm going to challenge myself, because I'd asked a few weeks ago if people would give me some challenges, and this was one of them, to make 2 cards from the same set. So I decided, crazy as I was, to use Utterly Adorable. So this is my first card. This is the birthday card, and then I'll show you the Christmas card. Sorry, my little gems slipped. It's got a porthole window, and inside it's got another mini card with You're Utterly Amazing on it. And I'm going to show you how I make this, and I'll show you how we do them at how we present them at camp. So they come in a packet like this with instructions. So even if you are a first time stamper or haven't done very much, this is what you would get. So I'll take it out of the envelope and I'll just show you. I've got extra ones, that's why I'm able to show you this. Got my little guy, he's the same one as that one. And what I've done actually in advance for everybody, which is very nice of me actually, is I've got a piece of balmy blue and a piece of Night of Navy, and set them on top of each other, and I've cut a circle out of this. Can you see that? Cut a circle out. Now, what I'm actually going to do before I do anything else is I emboss this in the swirly embossing folder, so it looks a bit like water, and I'm going to glue it onto my card base. And the only thing with this here is that it's a good idea to cut this bit out at the same time as the navy, so you can put them both pieces through the embossing machine at the same time, because you want it to be able to fit exactly on top. And sometimes if you cut them out separately, that doesn't happen. So that's the first step. Then I cut out a ring in stylish shapes. Use 2 different sizes of dies. It's got beautiful stitching around the edge, and that's going to go on top. So what I'm going to do is get my little glue pen, and I'm going to just add some glue right around this. Get it in the way. There we go. So I've done the ring. Let's pull it back, pull this back, and I'm going to set it on top of the porthole like this. Okay. Now if you look at my instructions, you will see that that's the outside of the card basically. No. Okay, so I've done that. They're not glued. When you cut that hole out, don't glue them together, because you want to be able to emboss it after you've cut the hole out, not before. So you cut the hole out first, then you emboss the top one. Okay. Then you can glue it together, put that on top, and we've got a sentiment here, which I will do in a few minutes, with happy birthday on it. But that's the base of the card. Okay, so inside, this is the inside of the card. So at the moment, it's got slightly smaller than the regular size, so it fits inside without you seeing it at the edges. So this is 10.5, this one's 10 wide, and 14.3, this one's 14.9. So what I'm going to do next is decide which way you want to do it. You can do it like this, because what you're going to do is you're going to stick the back down, okay, eventually. So you can do it that way, or you can do it to make it like a tricard. Here we go. I'm going to do it like a tricard. So that means that my card looks as if the back is out, just so you know. Okay, don't think I'm doing it wrong. So what I'm going to do next is I've got my DSP, I've got a piece of balmy blue here, and I am going to stick this piece onto the balmy blue. Because I want this seaweed stuff to come out. And this is going to go on that side. That's why I say make sure you decide which side you're going to have so it shows through. Okay? If I wanted it the other way, I would have to decide that at the beginning and put it that way. Okay? Just so you know. Okay? But I'm actually going to do it. Let's put that on again. I'm going to do it with the spine to the right. Okay? So, I'm going to stick that to my card. Very, very simple, actually. Put it in the middle. Stick it to my white card. There we go. And then, I'm going to put glue on this other side. Well, before I do that, let me stamp You're Utterly Adorable. So, in the shoebox we keep our stamps so people can use them. There we go. We've even got some Versamark and that. Okay, so let's get that all out. Okay, so this is the side I'm going to stamp You're Utterly Adorable there. So let me get one of my ink spots out. These are ready for camp, so that's why they're I've got the ink spots in. But they're actually really good for something like this. There we go. Close that up. And I'm going to put it here. Just want to try and put it straight as possible. It's not too bad. Okay. Right, so that's the basically on this inside of the card almost finished. So I'm going to put some glue here. Bottom and the top. And I'm going to put it on the inside. Okay, with the spine facing out. Like this. And then I've got my little guy. And I think I'm going to, I didn't on this one here, I didn't raise him, but I think I might raise him up on some dimensionals today, because I think that would be rather cute. Now, let me grab some dimensionals and put them on the back of him. They are very cute, these little fellas. I think we're expecting some storms. It was a bit chilly this morning, and then suddenly it's got really humid, and they say that the east coast of Australia is going to have lots of storms this week right through to the weekend. So I'm going to take the backs off this. And the nice thing about this is when you go to do this, you can close your card and stick your little guy on. See? Just like that. Now he's sitting out a little bit, which is rather cute actually. So he's sitting there. And then I've got some dimensionals which are in here somewhere. There we go. Probably shouldn't use some of these, but that's okay. And I'm going to use the small ones actually. Okay. I'm going to use, I think 6. So put one at the top. So it looks, you could even use brass or silver or whatever, and one at the bottom. And then I'm going to do 2 on each side. And there. The idea of a shoebox card is that it doesn't take you the whole weekend to do, that you can do it and get on. So we have several of them. I think we've got 10 altogether. And this guy. and go back there. So I've got like studs around the thing. Now that is done. Let's put that back in here, because I don't want to lose that. Yeah. And now I'm going to do this, okay? So what I've got is my trusty, what do you call this thing? Embossing buddy, that's it. And what I do is, just in case there's any oils or anything from that, I keep it in a little container like this, because you get a little bit of dust, chalk dust or whatever it is coming out of it. Okay, so let's stamp happy birthday. Okay, got my happy birthday here, and it's going to be stamped in Versamark. There we go. And I'm going to stick, this is from another set. It's from the Round We Go set, I believe. Here we go. Okay, now you can just see that, but I'm not finished yet. I haven't done embossing on this before, but I'm going to show you today. So for camp, I've got a little container with some white embossing powder in it. Normally I keep mine in a large container like this here, but when I'm going to camp, it's good to have a small one. Now I'm just going to, and the nice thing about a container is you can hold it over the container and you don't have a spill everywhere. Always make sure you put the lid on. Learned that from experience. Okay, let's put that there. Now, one of the wonderful things that we have is this tray, this embossing tray, and these are amazing. They've got I guess they're Teflon or something, but anyway, you can hold your happy birthday like so. Comes with this embossing buddy, the brush and the tweezers, and I am going to have a go at embossing this. I'm not sure that's quite straight, but it'll be fine. Here we go. And this turns from sort of a grey colour to really white. Almost there. And done. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to turn it over and put some dimensionals on the back. One there, one there, and I put one up here, one up here, and one down there. Okay. Get rid of the backs. More organised, and if Michelle's watching this, Michelle, I've even got your little thing that you made for us once at camp, just to show you. Okay, so pop that in the card. Now, I did add a gem to it, but you could leave it just like that now. I'm going to move it over just a teeny bit so it's more centered. And that was the first card. Okay, so that's the first card. Now, this one I'm actually quite proud of, this next one. Let me just set that one aside. It's in a different shoebox. So let's move that over there and that over there, and then I'll put those all back in again when I've cleaned them off, and that as well. In this shoebox, I did a Christmas card. How do you do a Christmas card with others? Like this. Oops. Like this guy. Let me pull it out. Set that over there. I'll put one of these out as well. So you can see, this is what we call a book binder fold. It opens up like this is the spine of the book, and it has this in it. So I did a little bit of, oh, my hat is slipping on the guy. There we go. So I did a little bit of preparation for this. So everybody's going to get one of these with the instructions and a little packet with everything cut out. So being very kind to them. So in here we got some fish that I was able to cut out. Remember how I talked about the stones? This is one of them here, and I'm going to use that for a different purpose today. So let's pull all of this out, set that over there. This is a good way for me to check that my instructions are right too. Okay, so what I did was I took the length of the card, scored it in half, and then about 3 centimeters in, I put another score. Okay, so that the front flap opens up like this. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to get the DSP I used. So I used this here. One side is got this and one side is green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one here and this one here. Okay, like so. Very, very simple. Okay, now I've embossed this with Snowflake Sky, and it has got a raised pattern on it. So that's going to go on this rectangle here. There we go. And this bit is going to go on the other side. But this time the blue is going down the way, underneath. Happy that that's in the middle. And since it's just been laid down, I can move it off and do it again. There we go. So it's right in the middle. Okay, now what I did there next was I got my Wink of Stella and I actually coloured in these Lost Lagoon pretty peacock leaves with the Wink of Stella so that it adds a little bit of sparkle to it. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but so that the foliage just stands out a little bit. Okay, it's not something that you sometimes see on camera, but when you look at it in real life, it looks amazing. So I don't know if I can show it to you sparkling, but hard to show it sparkling, I think, especially in this. Oh, I almost got a twinkle there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, notice I haven't glued this down yet. I'm going to get, I've got this little bag, I'm going to get my Lost Lagoon soft twine out. Fishies can stay in there for now. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it around the inside. So can you see what I've done? It's there. Okay. You won't see that eventually. So let's check this and see that I've got it. It's pretty much the same length. And I'm actually going to tie a knot first. I have a reason for that. Okay. It's just much easier to tie the bow after you've tied the knot. And let's make the bow. The other thing is to try and make it sort of a little bit longer than you need, so that it can sit. Right. Now I just want to. Now, as you can see, it's jumping around a little bit, but if I had a glue dot here, I'd put it underneath that to hold it just really still in place. So it would sit like that, okay, on top of that. Go underneath, but I don't have my glue dots in here, so that's okay. Now that I've done that, I can open the card up and I can put some runner tape down the inside and close this. Okay, so that's the base of my card made. Okay, leave those alone for the moment. Now inside, we haven't done the inside yet, so let's do the inside first before we do the front. So I've got in my box I Love You Lot stamp and Memento Black. Here we go, Love You Lots, and I'm going to put that up the top. Okay. I think I want to ink that a bit more. That's better. It looks much better. I'm going to turn it over because this side looks a little cleaner. Love You Lots. Okay, so let's set that out of the way. Now, this is when we get these out. Aren't they cute? Look at those little fish. So here's a rock or a stone from the water's edge. And what I've done is I've cut it out with the die and I've turned it upside down. So it's going to go down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a teeny little bit of glue around the edge, leaving the top open. Like this. Okay. And then I'm going to stick it down in the bottom right hand corner. Okay. Now I've got my fishes here. Turn them all so that they're facing up the right way. And when you cut them out, you will notice that one side is kind of sort of de-embossed, and I want to colour them in with the Wink of Stella so that they're going to sparkle. You notice that the colour changes when I use the Wink of Stella. See that? It's two done. You can see the difference in those ones that have been done. Okay, his tail. And I put 3 in mine, but I've made 4 for this. I'm going to see if 4 will fit. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to get my tweezers again. And I'm going to lift this guy up. It's a bit tricky. Get him in on my tweezers. And I'm going to slot him in. Like, make sure I've got the sparkly side up. Like that. Push him in a little bit further. Now I think I want to put another one in, but I want him to go the other way, so his head's sticking out. There we go. It's just getting them off. Let's see if I can get tweezers in behind so I can. Okay, make sure there's enough room to get the fishy in. It's bending a little bit because he's still a bit damp with the Wink of Stella. That'll do. And I reckon I could get another one in there. Let's see if I can get this one in. I'm sorry, I'm doing it off camera. Not very wise, is it? And I'm going to push him into, if he'll go. It doesn't have to go all the way in. And if you're worried about them falling out, you can put a tiny little dot of glue on the back of them. There we go. Okay, so I could, you know how their tails are sticking out. I can just put a little dab of glue and that'll hold them in place. Okay. There, there. I often use the back of that to hold it down. Okay, so that's the inside of my card done. And there's room for you to write your message. So, let me turn this over. Get this. Stick it on. Now, you could just put these guys. I've chosen this one for this one. Straight on it. But I have had lots of these Lost Lagoon deckled circles, and You see I've got one there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually raise it on dimensionals and put it on the middle of my card. Okay, right tool. I'm also enjoying a cup of tea from my favourite mug. I don't know if you've ever heard of Hannah Dale. She's English, and she does the most quaint, cute drawings of animals. She sort of characterizes them a little bit. I don't know. To be honest, there are cows, there are donkeys, they're just so cute. So this is going to go in here, just like that, okay, on the middle. And this little guy, he's going to go on next, but I'm going to show you something I'm going to do that people at camp can do. Okay, so what they can do is they can get a little bit of glue. Should have got a cotton bud as well, but that's okay. This will do anyway. Only need a little bit. And I'm just going to put it around the bottom, like so. This is perfect. So now I've got my, these are the this is one of the things I'm going to use. This is not current, but I've got this, and it's called Dazzling Diamonds. You can see it's a glitter. Okay, so this is where I'm going to use this today. Well, actually what I could use is what I have at camp is just a piece of paper, but I would suggest using it in this here, because let me show you what happens. Okay, see what I've done? Just move that off him. So it's just a little bit of glitter sparkle on that, and he's going to go there. Okay, and put that back in here into my little container. Close that. Now, because there isn't a Christmas sentiment, I made this one up. It says, "Have an utterly amazing Aussie Christmas." You can see it's much, much too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it. And let me find where I put my scissors. I know where they are. Go in here. Going to make it a little shorter. You could do like what I've done on that one, and I might even do that. Do it like this. Now I think this is a little bit too wide, but I'm loath to cut it without my chopper, so I think I can put that just like that on it anyway, so be okay. I just want to make sure that if I was doing it that I cut it. Now do you see how I've done that one at a much sharper angle than the other one? I'm not happy with that, so let's fix that up. That's better. It's a wee bit close now, but that's okay. Got my cutter here. I'm going to just take a teeny bit off. Let's see what I'm going to take. That much off. That side. I think just proportion wise it looks better. And about the same off the other side. Get steady and yeah, keeps moving on me. There we go. I think that's a better proportion. Okay, so this is going to go on on the bottom of the card on dimensionals. So I'll put that on and then we'll work on the otter itself. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 of these on it and pop it on the bottom of the card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Sticking to my fingers. It's going to go there. I think that's a very cute saying. So because it is not a Stampin' Up die, I've printed this off on the computer and I've just literally cut enough for each person to use. So this little guy, he's going to go on here, and I'm just going to actually glue him flat because that's on dimensionals. So I'm just going to get a little bit of glue and pop them on here. Now you could heat set that if you wanted to, but you don't need to really. Okay. How does that look? It looks pretty straight, yeah. Okay, now, not quite finished yet. Let me show you something else I'm doing. And where is it? I've got in here, hiding somewhere. Oh, here they are. Some Santa hats, or elf hats. And I've cut a whole lot out, just freehand. I'm going to use this little guy here for people to use one of these. And you can see I've done it in Pretty Peacock. And what I want to do is something that, yeah, I'm hoping this will work. So let me set that guy down there. I'm going to put a tiny dab of this. Now be careful when you're pulling this out because it literally can come out in a big glob. So you see like that? That's not what we want. We want just a tiny little dot on the end. And it's stuck to my finger. I'm going to put it on the tweezers, and this is why tweezers are great. Let's turn it around that way. Okay, I've got white. And this is called Snowfall Accents Puff Paint. It was available a couple of years ago, and you can see that I'm just going to double a little bit on there, and there's still actually quite a bit there. Now, what you do with this is you get your heat tool, and do not do it for too long because it will burn, okay? So let me show you what happens to this. See if you can see when I turn this on, it'll pop up in a moment. It looks a bit like popcorn. It starts to turn now. And I don't feel I've put quite enough on that there, because it's not popping up as much as I'd like it. Oh, that's because it's gone over the other side. Exactly. Thank you. Right, let's try it again. And I'll try it on this side as well. But can you see how it puffs up? It's very cute. So, actually, can I get you to bring my glue dots in for me? Because this is a good way to put this. This is going to go on his head, like so. Okay. So this is my nod to Christmas without it being a Christmas card. And Felicity, for you, it's a non-traditional Christmas colours, really. Though, as I said the other week, you could use any colour now for Christmas. I've seen lots and lots. So this is going to go on his head like so. And the easiest way to do that is to get a glue dot. Okay, and I'm going to move this off a little bit. Tweezers are great for this because you can get your glue dot off your pick. Let's try again. There we go. Now, let's put it on his head. Excuse my husband sneezing. Push it down well so that it sticks. And then I'm going to put 2 or 3 gems on it. So let me grab my gems, which are hiding. Yes, I've got my own for each box actually. Do you know that? Very organized. Somewhere in here. I know where they are. They're hiding. Here we go. Because I wanted to keep. Actually, I probably want to put these in the other box and use the bigger ones on this. So what I've done is I've used a big one, a medium one, and a small one. Let me show you. So I'll get my tweezers. So I've got a large one. Oh gosh, I might. Before I do that, actually, let me add some sparkle to this. I'm feeling that pen is just running out. So let me get this one. That's better. The other one just doesn't seem to be. You see what I've done? Okay, you can probably see that sparkle actually in that. Now in the other one you can see that I actually put some glue up in there as well, so it's on the bottom and in between the others on the green grass. Okay, so let me get this guy and I'm going to put him there. Get a medium-sized one. Oh gosh, I might put him up here. And I'm going to get a teeny one. Put him there. Okay. Guess what? Our card is finished. So that is my card. Just make sure it's stuck down well. And you might have to push it a little bit. And that's a Christmas card with a difference. Now, they'll be doing this one at camp as well. So I hope they have lots of fun doing these because I think they're really